My name is Max Bruckman, and this is my story. I'm adopted. I was born technically in Prescott, but brought up to Flagstaff at a very, very young age, so I'm a Flagstaff native. I've been here 33 years. My dad was born in Winslow. He came from a very large Mormon family. God was something that he turned away from at a very young age, and it's not something that he enjoys talking about or wants to bring up. Growing up, we'd have conversations about it, but it was never anything that was certainly passionate or favorable. Went to college at NAU, got a degree in mechanical engineering. While in the engineering program, I met some fellow CCOF missionaries, John and Casey Campbell. We studied a lot together, John and I, and part of that would end up in conversations about politics and religion and all sorts of things, and the religious conversations kind of happened more and more. And John is a very strong Christian, and as is Casey. And I think that started to kind of break down some of the armor I guess I had built up against God because of the way that I was raised. Graduated from NAU and was fortunate enough to get a job at Gore. Started there, and I met a good friend, my best friend, Kyle Marr. Right away, he and I hit it off. We spent a lot of time doing similar things, hunting, hiking, just the general shenanigans that 20-year-old guys get into. He always had this essence about him, or this, it's kind of hard to put a word on, but it was, in hindsight, I think it was God, it was the Holy Spirit. But he always had interest in my life. He always had interest in what was going on with me, whether I was succeeding, whether I was failing. Being born and raised in Flagstaff and a single guy, it wasn't easy finding dates and wanting to start a family and kind of do that next big step of my life. It got challenging, and it got depressing, and it was Kyle who came alongside me and really was supportive. And I think the big breakthrough point for me was when he said that he was going to pray for me to get an answer. Not that long after, the answer showed up, and it was my wife, Alicia, who Kyle knew. They were childhood friends, and so I think that was kind of the big turning point for me, the big realization that there was something to this whole God and religion thing. My wife's family is a very strong Christian family, and they were never afraid of let's be honest, the tough questions. Another big part of this was Jim Dorman and helping me get through the peace treaty, which was a great way to challenge myself. When I was younger, being not religious, it was always trying to find the arguments against religion and why religion was bad and this evil thing and how flawed it was. Going through the peace treaty, Jim provided lots of literature. Kyle had lots of great books, lots of great articles that would push me, I guess, as an atheist to question whether or not I believed there was more to this or not. I was baptized in June of 2012. I've been trying to get involved ever since. Joined a neighborhood group. Love it. It's a great community church. I'm excited to get more involved. I think my biggest challenge right now is how do I get more involved in other people's lives, and how do I get bold on sharing my story and injecting into their lives and becoming that pathway so that they can meet God and they can feel His salvation the same way that I did. I think the most important thing for people to remember is that God is in control and He's with us, and it's important that you keep trying in people's lives, that you keep praying for people, that you keep wanting to help people. Be there for them. Don't be afraid to talk to them. Don't be afraid to listen to them. We all have problems. We all suffer the same things, and they don't have the comfort of God to turn to, and it's important to try to share that and try to introduce them to that saving grace.